Hi Simon, I'm going to send you a copy of this graphic here, which I've updated just so it fits in perfectly and sort of goes along with the suggestions I'm going to make. Because I've tried to play around with things to try and get it to look just perfect and scroll off the page exactly the way we want it without it duplicating. So here are the steps in the simplest form right here. I'm going to supply you this image right here, which is Parrot Trust logo PNG. I've just put it into the shared folder right here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is clear out your tagline and clear out your graphic logo LBI files. Get rid of those. We don't need them anymore. What I'm going to get you to do then is actually, I'm just going to reverse all my stuff in here. We want to basically replace the span with the image. So step number one is just to delete that and then hit enter a few times. The next step is to get rid of the H2 tags. We don't want to wrap an image in an H2 tag. That's only for text. Okay, so get rid of that and that. So all we have left really is the website name hover and the A so that the image will link, obviously, and then a space in between. We'll just drag our logo image in there, logo, and then if you get the width and the height applied, just remove that as well. We don't want a width and a height. We want this site to automatically style it. And I've also resized it or sized it to be 100 pixels high, which is exactly the same height as the menu bar. Okay, so we'll save and update. Okay, so that's step number one, is updating your library files, removing the graphic logo, removing the tagline, and updating the website name. And there's two further steps just to really tidy things up and make sure everything aligns as I demonstrated in the page there. The next one is the styles.css. What I'm going to ask you to do is open that up in the site styles.css. Okay, and go down to about line 263. You'll see the website name here. And what I want you to do is this line of padding, 30, 80, 0, 75, get rid of it. We don't need it anymore because we have the graphic logo sized perfectly to fit, so we don't need any paddings or margins or anything like that to have it positioned. Okay, so that's step number two basically. And step number three is in the menubar.css. The sticky bar clone of the website name, we don't want that to come into play either because we've modified it. So we're going to go down to the very bottom of menubar.css, and instead of removing a bunch of other things, all I'm going to get you to do is for the website name clone, let's just add right after the padding right down here, display, and then none. Okay, so that way, because we do need to remove this from the page when the page scrolls down. We don't want that to have the padding, the margin, or even the logo to be displayed at that point because it's not in line with the menu bar anymore because we've modified that as well earlier. So that being done, that will tidy things up and you will have a nice looking logo placed with the type that you had. And I actually just found the font that you used and just sort of updated it. So the logo's a little bit smaller, but the font is a little bit larger and easier to read. It looked really good before, but by the time I sized it all down to fit, the tagline and the text really couldn't be read that well, so I just created a new one. Okay, and then as it scrolls, then it's all nice and tidy and no leftover bits and pieces.